this would be the place to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know one, so don't get excited. Anyways, group chat. Before we left for this tour, Chris, being the least lazy triplet, compiled about 200 to 250, 300 just random text threads, Instagram tags, Snapchat memories. Yeah, Echo. Echo, interesting. It worked. Yeah, there you go.
But no, it was my goal going through the memories. How dirty can I do Nick at some of these shows? And now that we're 2 shows left, I can reveal that information. I did Nick dirty in so many videos. So many times he was bald, so many times he was his underwear. I think it was the first show, actually, I got one of his jeans being like halfway open from the back. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, but anyways, let's see what compilation of group messages. That's a good word to use. Compilation. Let's see what compilation of group chat messages we have for you guys today. Starting off with group chat message number 1.
Oh, it's a text. Okay. I sent a plane screenshot and circled "where is my plane" and said, "That's it, I'm about to use this button."
Ha ha ha, I'm dead. Boarding right now. Chris, what did she say?
They deleted my existence from Delta, in quotes. Do you remember this lady?
This was the craziest experience of our life. Chris, tell the story. If you think you
That's
can.
a lot of pressure.
I can do it if you want.
I think that we can collectively do it, and I'll pick up where you left off.
Okay, we walk in onto this plane, and there's this lady, and she's sitting in my seat.
Yes.
And I looked at my seat and looked at my ticket, and I was like, that lady is in the wrong chair here.
Yeah.
And I told the lady, and she came back from the front of the plane after talking to a flight attendant, yelling at me for moving her shit. I said, you put it on my chair. And then Matt basically was like, that's my seat. She goes, yeah, they deleted my existence from Delta. And she got up and left. And she was like mad at us 3 that her seat was taken by
She was
us.
also nowhere near the right seat. Like,
No, yeah, we
like,
saw her ticket, and it was
opposite.
like completely a different number. I'm like, if you learned how to read, your life would be so much easier, and you wouldn't be banished from Delta all the time. Your existence would be here. Okay, group chat message number 2. Let's see it. Oh my god! Wow. Rare footage of me and Matt just both puzzled in math class. This is just math. What is you doing?
Yeah, it looks like you're scratching your own back.
I don't know what's going on there. That's just a really... That was actually, fun fact, our only class together in all of high school was our math class, and our teacher hated us. Hated us so much.
Very valid reasons.
Yeah, one time, Matt and Chris wanted to leave the classroom, and they were standing up at the front of the room, and one of you, Matt, was like, oh my god, there's an alligator. And the teacher turned around to see said alligator. There was no alligator.
And I ran out of the class. And then we ran separate directions.
Yeah, but I'm like, using an alligator as like a dispersing technique is the craziest thing ever.
Especially in high school.
Math class.
Yeah.
All right, next group chat message.
Should have been a crocodile, but crocodile. Okay. I just landed. A little mouse with hard eyes. Oh shit, I'll start driving now. I'll treat you when I get off the plane and stuff. I hope you mean text. LFAO, yes, text. Bet. Treat too if you want.
Ew!
And I said, I'm your brother, dude. Take the joke. I said, sure.
I'm so happy to not be a part of this
Flirtatious messages between you both. Well, it clearly was a typo, and then I went with a joke, and Matt can't handle it.
Matt can almost never keep the joke going. If we have like a good joke going, Matt literally he's the sniper of a good joke. He shoots it and kills it.
Wow, Matt, how do you feel to have that title on like a comedy-based tour right now? You're the sniper of all good jokes. How does that make you feel? 1 through 10. You can just rate it. Throw it around.
Yeah.
10.
Well,
10. Yep.
10. Next one.
What? Dude,
about?
no, not the
next one.
No,
No.
next one. I agree.
I love this day.
I know
Even though it looks like I'm being kidnapped, this was one of my favorite days.
I know that we're putting you
in the trunk of a car, but my bigger takeaway is how tight your jeans were in that.
Dude, the tight. I had the exact same thought. I'm like, yes, I'm in a trunk, but I'm also wearing women's pants.
I'm like, wow, yes, there's a body that's being put in this trunk, but those jeans are tight, man.
Yeah, no,
holy.
You matched with the car though. It was like red, white, blue.
Yeah. No, I remember that. It was actually so fun because that was when my friend Michaela first got her license in high school, and we were putting stuff in her trunk. I remember we were like bringing stuff to our house, and there was like a glow in the dark safety tab, but it wasn't glowing because it wasn't dark. So I was like, I want to see if it'll glow. So that's why I remember I got into the trunk to. It did glow.
Would you do it again?
I would 100% do it. That's insane.
Beautiful. Man.
Anyways, next group chat message. Chris.
Oh my god! A competition fight! Welcome!
Don't actually, please. Okay, we're gonna read the next group chat message.
Nick, go ahead. Okay, bro, I thought Prime Pizza sold mini meatballs, so I got 9 of them, and now I have 6 extra huge meatballs. I said, I'm starving. I wish. Matt's the name. Meatballs are my game.
LMFAO. Matt,
Wow.
meatballs being your game is something that's really intense. It's intense sounding that your game is meatballs.
Matt gave himself the nickname self-proclaimed Meatball Matt for a while.
Cheers for the nickname Meatball Matt is unreal.
Insane.
Yeah.
So how does
Chris,
that
why would you assume that the meatballs were mini?
What?
Why would you assume that the meatballs were mini?
Because I thought I got them in person before, and then I thought they on Uber Eats they jumboed them, because when I got them
They
were...
jumboed them. They didn't just send you regular meatballs.
No, they jumboed
They
them.
jumboed them.
Yes.
They said, you know what? Chris is ordering jumbo the meatballs.
Correct. Jumbo.
That's
Whoever
crazy.
came up with meatballs, genius. Next group chat.
Exquisite, divine, amazing. Never going out again. Never going out again.
Wow, what a series of emotions. I went from having the best meal of my life to stabbing myself with a butter knife.
Yeah, we've gone out to eat, and Dad said, "I'm never taking you guys out again." When we
It's
were
insane.
kids. It's insane because we would always just drive our dad nuts.
I think
But
our
told
dad's
Dad-
biggest fear when we were kids was taking us into any sort of thrift or antique shop.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of things we could break. I know every kid universally experiences their parent telling them when we go in this store, don't touch a thing. Unless you guys don't also know that. Do you guys also know that? Thank God. Thank God. Okay, good. Okay, next group chat message. Next group chat message.
Chris, what is that?
I said, what the fuck is this? And it's some sort of
No
bath
idea.
towel thingy.
I said no idea. My towel I got for Christmas. I think it's another another thing for the obstacle course we call at home. Helps with my dead skin and itchy back.
I said, are you dead ass?
Wow, I'm such a poet.
You're just weird for also including this in the group chat segment for the tour, because why do you want to talk about your dead skin and itchy back on stage?
Listen, I had to find 15 shows worth of text messages, and the amount of random bullshit we talked about in the day, this is the most entertaining.
I love how I
show.
asked you a question, you gave me a solid exact answer.
You
and
go,
I still
"Are you
go, "Are you
dead
dead ass?" I just couldn't believe that ugly, see-through, hideous, dead skin towel thing belonged to you. I thought it was Dad trying to make some sort of invention or something.
No, that's me. That's all me. I don't know why it's
Have you found that it
I
works?
hate how public and running of a bit it is that I'm an itchy person. I have dry skin. That's a terrible.
Literally all
That's
needs.
awful.
It's
Also,
literally
can
all
we
to
talk about
yourself.
how poetic Matt's text is?
Very poetic.
I think
I
it's
said that.
another thing for this obstacle course we call home. That's
Wow.
that's deep.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, that was the last group chat
I think it
message.
was.
Thank
Wow.
God.
Wow.
And that has been our group chat segment. What a really interesting group of messages there.
That was a.
We had me in a trunk, me stabbing myself at dinner, and your itchy back.
And you guys puzzled in school and a bunch of meatballs.
That's a good, fun little
Nick,
array.
I have to ask your favorite.
Of the group chat messages,
Yes.
has to be me in the trunk.
I agree.
Classic.
Classic.
Really
When else is that gonna happen? You know?
Never. The second we get back to LA, I'll jump in the trunk if you want.
No, because it's not as good in a car like ours. Because you can it has to be a car you have to get out to access the trunk. That's only when it's fun to put someone hostage in your trunk.
Okay, what?
No, I'm just saying. If we did that in our trunk, like an SUV, it's not as fun because you could just jump over the seat. It has to be more.
With that being said,
let's be more death-defying.
there. Speaking of death-defying, let's get into the anonymous confession segment.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the reason death-defying is the perfect word to describe our anonymous confession segment is because of some of the anonymous confessions that we have received from people during this tour. I'm so shocked that half the people have made it to the shows and that they are alive and well and not behind
Oh my
bars.
I also can't believe how many people just confess things to us instead of calling your local law enforcement or something.
Correct. You're telling me I'm here for a period of time.
My grandma shot somebody and da-da-da-da. It's like, dude, get her some help. Stop telling her.
Correct. We've had some crazy ones. My favorite was the girl who beheaded a chicken accidentally. It was fun. The best one.
She gave us a really good chicken impression as well.
Did. Yes. We had Eminem in the building at one.
Slim Shady.
All right. So
Okay, go ahead. What, Nick?
No.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Alright, so basically today a bunch of you guys submitted your anonymous confessions. We went through our favorites and put them in this here briefcase. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna give Nick a stack. I'm gonna take a stack for me and Matt. And then if we find your anonymous confession really amazing and fun, we will.
And we feel like we have questions about it. We'll find you. Maybe some of you guys can make your anonymous confession not anonymous anymore. We can talk about it. Because some of these, my God, some of these need some talking through. So,
Yeah. I'm gonna shut this. It's really irking me that I left it open. Okay.
there you go. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I just sat down, so you start.
Sorry that you just sat down. All right, I'm gonna read the first anonymous confession. When I was 17, I went to a hotel party and had a little bit too much happy fun juice. Fueled by liquid courage, I decided clothes were optional and spent the next hour or so wandering this very public hotel in my birthday suit until I ended up in the pool.
Wow.
Ever since this event, I always bring a chaperone while drinking.
That's good. They're here in Vegas, so if you're her friend, be ready.
Yeah, you are in a crazy place to need a drink.
See, at that point, I'm getting one of the backpacks with the leash on it.
Yeah. You're wearing the monkey backpack. for
Correct.
sure. Correct.
Fully naked, but maybe with that monkey backpack.
At least.
At least you're not going anywhere, you know?
I don't understand how someone could be wandering for an hour naked in public settings and not be stopped.
Correct.
An hour? That's like record time.
Well, you also have to think though, is like if someone were wandering toward you naked in a hotel, would you stop them or just mind your business?
That is
I would
absolute-
mind my business. I am not law enforcement. I'd keep chugging along.
You wouldn't take like a double take.
No, I'd be shocked. I'd be like looking for like a little bonus longer than usual.
Get him a towel or something.
I don't. Okay, next one,
Someone
Chris.
said what? That's a great solution.
It is a great solution. All right, I got one. One time, we were staying at a hotel/casino, and we were playing the slots, even though we were underage, and ended up winning $2,300.
Damn.
That's a big.
That's
win.
it. That's it.
Oh my god.
Venue security. You got some IDs to check today.
There we go, Matt.
Wait, I kind of want to know if they were able to keep the money. Are you in here? Are you in here?
Lawbreakers.
It's okay if you're not.
Maybe they're
Definitely not going to speak up.
Why not?
They got their fake ID. They're ready to
There's
roll
no
someone.
gambling in here. All we got is a story time roulette later on.
Oh, Nick, that was good.
Thank you.
Get it.
Okay, I guess, yeah, whatever. Stay discreet. That's fine.
All right.
Anonymous. Go ahead.
My best friend's SoundCloud rapper boyfriend pulled a gun on me and my boyfriend in the adult aisle of a Spencer's. Then proceeded to pull a knife on my best friend about an hour later.
Why were you still near the motherfucker?
Correct.
What? You said gun first?
Yeah.
Gun first in Spencer's, hour later knife.
Yeah, I don't think somebody that's pulling a gun out in the adult section of Spencer's should be allowed to have a knife an hour later.
I fully 100% agree.
Yeah.
Also, what the fuck, where are all these things? Is he wearing like the most baggy, pocketed cargo pants ever? You got a gun and a knife on you? What's
Nobody
going
knows.
on? What's happening? Wow. Yeah, okay, next one.
Do you want to go, Chris?
I have zero follow-up questions for that.
I am on the same page.
All right.
When I was younger, my dad got his truck stolen. Police never found out who did it, but it was found completely torched and lit on fire.
Ooh.
That's almost like a clue. Like, I feel like this was like not a
I
confession.
know.
This was like, you need my help to find
No,
out.
seriously. Nick was secretly in the back of the trunk, closed inside.
Yeah, I snuck up with the fucking matches and gasoline. No, this is nuts. I would start to question my dad. I'd be like, what is going on?
Correct. Are you involved in your car miraculously? Maybe that's the story you got told.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good.
Nice, Chris.
Fun fact, we were filming a car video once back in Boston and a car exploded in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
Yeah.
We did see some guy doing the same type of deal your dad probably did. Blowing
So
up.
true.
No, you think the dad blew his own car up?
It's always up for...
Okay, next one. When I was little, my stepdad at the time, who I didn't like, would ask me to make him coffee in the mornings before he had to go to work. 9 out of 10 times, I would put random stuff in it. Raw egg, soap, ketchup, etc. Just because I didn't like him and I didn't want him to enjoy his coffee mix. That's kind of nasty.
I would know
That's gross.
instantly if someone fucked with my drink.
Absolutely. I think so.
Right away.
Hey, you can tell the difference between fucking Pepsi and Pepsi Zero Sugar, so I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
if I ever touch a Pepsi Zero Sugar, that's the day that I'm not as happy as I used to be.
Wow. Deep. Wow. You feel that way?
Oh, 100%. You're drinking, are you taking zero over regular?
It's funny because with a brother like Chris, the question when you're out to eat, is Coke okay when you order a Pepsi, is so different than like the casual nature of that question. Like usually it's just like, yeah, that's fine. But with Chris, it's like, oh, like he starts thinking out his options and it's just like...
The other day, some lady was like, I said, hey, can I get a Coke? Because I just assumed they had Coca-Cola products. And they said, oh, no, it has to be Pepsi. I said, even better.
He did. What a blessing.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to read the next one?
I'll read the next one.
Go for it.
My family was scammed over $200,000 by my dad's best friend dash boss. That's it. That's all the info we have now.
So are you wanting to ask how?
I don't know. I feel like if we ask how, we're gonna get a lot of personal information I don't really know how to react to.
I know, that could be the fun of it.
But if you do get that 200,000 back, at least a half of it on black or red.
Chris!
Horrible.
Horrible.
Have to do it.
Horrible. Okay, next one. My dad once got drunk and spent $60 on Girl Scout cookies and handed them out to a bar. Then he got upset on the way home because he gave them away. Wait, that's really sweet though. That's like a full circle, like a nice gesture.
If I was absolutely blitzed at a bar, I would love a Girl Scout cookie.
I'm sure you would.
Just thinking about it, you know?
Girl Scout cookies are like one of like the wonders of this world.
Wow. You
I
sold
feel
a
so
bunch.
strongly like that.
Did you get any when you sold some cookies the other day?
I knew that I bought every single cookie before they were even sold. Like I already
that's why you were
owned every
just
single
giving
one.
them
Yeah,
for
that's why I was
free.
giving them.
Oh.
I bought them all. So yeah, I
Okay.
had tons of cookies.
Nick was a
All
Girl
right.
Scout, a little...
Matt, you want to read the next one?
Sure. Once at school, my friend broke her arm, and my phone was dead, so I couldn't call anyone at the time. So I got the school nurse, but the school's nurse didn't believe that she had broken her arm, even though it was very obviously deformed.
Ugh.
So the nurse tried to bend her arm
Oh my god!
into place herself. She ended up making her arm even worse.
I can only
Oh.
imagine.
I feel like we haven't found anyone in the crowd yet, so let's find them.
I feel that way too.
Why? Do you have a question?
Yes, I want to know what it was like to have your arm.
Well, it was her friend, not her. But you can ask.
Well, let's see. Are you here and willing to participate? You arm breakers? No?
She's not the arm breaker.
Oh, no.
Hey!
What's up? We're gonna get you a microphone momentarily.
Right behind us.
Oh, right there. Bam. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
Chris, ask your question.
So you're the witness, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of an amazing question here.
Should have had this ready.
Is your friend here or no?
No, she's not here.
Okay, what is... Oh,
Yeah.
accent. Where are you from?
You want to take a guess?
Australia!
No.
Damn, I'm out of guesses. You gotta tell us now.
I'm from New Zealand.
Whoa! I should have fucking guessed that! Damn! Okay, damn it. Well, okay, what is your, Chris, you asked
What was it like that day to witness your friend's deformed arm get crammed into place by the nurse?
I mean, I had to take her to like the nurse,
Uh-huh.
and the nurse like got her, and then she started bending it, and I couldn't watch it, so I just had to leave.
I
Like,
get
it
it.
was
So,
awful.
I have a
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much of a deformity is this arm?
No, because I was gonna ask, like, what was the visible deformity before she started, like, banging
What
it?
segment of the arm was broken?
It was like
Oh.
this.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Oh my god. Alright, that's awful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Helping me feel that physical pain. It's awful. I literally saw a video of this morning.
No, I was about to say this. This morning, I'm like looking over Nick's shoulder because he's like ripping his hair out, looking at his phone, and he was watching some girl arm wrestling, like snap her arm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah! I will never, ever, ever compete in an arm wrestle ever. Mark my words.
Never. No, I fully agree
If you
with
see
that.
me arm wrestling someone, stop me. That is my biggest fear ever, is breaking my fucking arm.
Just win.
I always feel like
No, man, it's not that easy.
I feel like you'd be more scared if you were in the position where you broke the other person's arm.
Oh my.
There should be like more tests of only one sentence on this paper.
Okay.
I have a witch in my family.
Don't we all? Don't we all? I don't know. I just thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, can we?
So yeah, let's figure this out.
Where are you?
Imagine she flies down from the top of the broomstick. Right there. Where? I think. The witch.
Make yourself
known!
Don't worry, we're not in Salem.
Hey!
I got coming up the stairs.
All my witches here.
Yeah. All right, Nick. What's your question? First of all, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Maddie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Question. What does the job title witch like what does she do?
Well, she was one of the 14 that was executed.
What?
Yeah, her name was Susanna North, and
So-
she has a highway named after her in Massachusetts.
I made a Salem joke, but
that just got way more
it got more
serious.
intense. I revoked my
So
joke.
wait,
before
wait.
this guy.
What year are we talking?
Matt, come on.
I actually have no idea.
Witchcrafting years.
Wait,
What?
my mom knows. Mom, do you know?
Oh, Mark's
No, she
here.
has no clue.
So wait,
That's
so
so
did we take
okay.
like a DNA test? Is this how we figured that out, or is it like a passed down information through the family tree type of thing?
My uncle is really into like the family history, and he figured it out. How did he figure it out, Mom? I don't even know. How did he figure it out? My mom doesn't know either.
Damn it! Well, honestly, and this is not like obviously I think you're correct. Like he definitely told you that, but they were hanging people for no reason back then. So hey, maybe you don't got a witch in your family.
That's
Yeah.
You just got a really unlucky great
Correct.
I know.
Wait, do y'all have like the same name, like last name, or no?
No, I think her last name was Martin.
Oh, okay, yeah, you said that.
So all right, well, if you start feeling any sense of abilities, let me know. Because I gotta check back in with that. I might know a witch now.
And if your uncle comes in with all the information, also let us know.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you. Wow. In Salem. That's crazy. That's actually the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. I really enjoyed that information. What do you, what was going on that they thought that's why, they say social media is bad for the world, and I agree, but at least TikTok got the youth, occupied. You know what I mean? We're not, hanging witches. What? It was crazy as shit back then.
Alright, I'm bringing
bored.
this next one. No, I get it though, Nick.
Also,
Oh my God.
I think of it like the internet's bad because yes, it spreads rumors, but if one person around
her family tree said something, then it's getting carried past through generations, and we still.
I have no idea what you just said, so I'm gonna move on. I literally was looking at you, I could not computing the information into my brain. I'm gonna read the next one.
Maybe that's a you thing.
Bear with me, it's a legit paragraph.
Okay.
So, deep breaths. My older cousin, me, and my younger cousin were all watching a movie. So her and her cousins, could have simplified that. My younger cousin, oh here we go, that's okay, never mind. My younger cousin fell asleep, so me and my cousin thought it would be a good idea to mess with her. At the time, my cousin was into crocheting, so we took some of her yarn and tied her arms together and her legs together. Prank. We then took her pet hamster and placed it on her face, thinking nothing could go wrong.
Is she asleep or is she allowing all this?
Asleep.
Well, we have to actually find this person and ask them.
Hold on. Let me finish your story, but I hear you. Okay, hold on. The hamster took, not thinking nothing could go wrong. The hamster took a shit on her face, causing her to get severe pink eye and a rash. Oh, she woke up due to the smell and screamed, but couldn't do anything since she was tied up. And me and my older cousin tried to deny this, but it didn't work. Me and my older cousin were both grounded for 2 months. I still feel bad about it to this day, but at least the prank worked. Dude, if I'm tied up by crocheting yarn, I'm getting out of that. Yeah, come on.
What are we talking about?
Unless she's a tuck-in deep sleeper.
If I had hamster rash ever in my life, I'd be pissed.
Hamster rash. I see that.
She had rash.
Sometimes when I'm reading the Anonymous Confessions, I'm so focused on reading it that I'm not also gathering what I'm saying out loud.
This is like too common of a thing for you.
Just like my brain doesn't get it all.
I think what Nick Sturniolo focuses on is what he hears, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think you're oblivious.
And what a blessing that is.
Did you even hear what I just said?
I
Or
did.
should I start?
No,
again?
I did. What's crazy to me is that it took all the way for the hamster to shit and for bad aroma to fill the air for your cousin to wake up. It's the moment my hands were touched and put together and tied together, and then my legs the same, I'm wide awake.
Correct.
I'm wide awake the moment my hands
Unless
touch.
she's sleeping like Dracula, then. All right. Do you have any questions, Nick?
I don't. Do you have any questions? Do you have anything to say? I know it was yours.
Really deep
Okay.
sleeper. Good takeaway. Okay.
Damn.
So y'all just hog-tied her and threw a hamster on her face. Can't hear nothing. Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
All right, get 10 hamsters and get her again.
Bam.
Deep sleeper. See, you do it over and over with one more additional hamster every single time to see how many hamsters asleep is she, and that's your measure of deep sleeper. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just making shit up. Go ahead, Chris.
I was driving my dad's Bronco and I crashed it into a pond. It was completely submerged and I was standing on the roof of the car and the water was up to my thighs. Wow. I couldn't tell my dad, so I called my friends to bring their trucks so we could pull it out. My friend
Never
had
happening.
Huh?
Never happening. They're getting it out of there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the edge of my seat.
My friend had an older brother who worked at a mechanic shop and he fixed it up, drained out all the water, and repaired it.
I'm not understanding how we got it out of the river.
No, that's the pond, but
Whatever. Body of water.
pond, they clearly said pond.
Chris, please.
A pond and a river are very different. A river
I
is
understand,
a-
Chris.
Oh
I
my
didn't
God, you guys
memorize
are
what you were saying as you were saying it.
I'm just letting you know.
No, but like
It actually is harder, I feel like, to get it out of. Would it be harder to get a truck out of a pond or a river?
Depends
Chris?
on the way the water's flowing. Is it flowing in the direction you're trying to pull the truck out?
That is a very good, valid point, Nick.
Yeah.
Or Matt,
ponds
whatever
and
you are.
rivers even have like waves and currents. So
No, a pond is just still water.
You guys are unbelievable. Finish this, please.
Okay.
It's not done?
No.
Oh my God, go ahead.
A couple months later, my dad sold the car and promised the buyer that it didn't have any water damage. I still.
Too specific to be true.
I agree.
Didn't have water.
I still haven't told my dad what happened to his Bronco. Well, I don't think it ever happened.
No. The guy is not gonna get the car fully out of the pond.
Especially, they're not gonna fix it for free.
He got it out of the pond and fixed it up.
What, is she
casually.
forking up like thousands of dollars to repair
No,
the
that's
car?
unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I'm gonna read the next one. This one's strong. I'm gonna skip that one. I once almost blew up my ex-best friend's camper and killed her entire family. And then her dad called me a bitch. How? And that one is... We got questions. Go, Chris.
Well, we have to find the...
Yeah, where are ya?
Where's the camper float? Oh, right there.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Hallie.
Nice to meet you.
Depending on how this conversation goes, I might end up afraid.
Okay.
But I'm excited.
Okay.
Why did you almost blow up your ex-best friend's camper?
So I was on a trip with her, and we were really hungry. I was scared of her dad. Her dad's really scary. I was trying to make eggs. I'm not very good at making eggs.
So how did he get into explosion?
Well, the eggs weren't cooking. You see, so
You
I
see?
tried to turn the knob because it was like 20 minutes and they weren't cooking. So I tried to turn the knob, and there was this little fire symbol, and something in my
You're at the stove.
something in my gut was like, don't do that, please. And so I didn't. And then when I
So don't listen to your gut. Don't hit the roulette wheels, because it's all about gut there. Go ahead.
and so after like 30 minutes, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Her dad walks in at the right moment and goes, "Help! Don't do that!" And I was like, okay.
Oh my
And he comes up to me, he goes, if you were to turn that, the propane, something with the propane was wrong.
Yeah,
He was
classic
like-
propane.
He was like, so you would have actually killed us all?
Wow.
I was like, okay.
Him calling you names is like uncalled for.
I
You're
agree.
trying to make eggs, it's
Yeah.
breakfast time.
Correct.
You're doing your thing.
If you got a faulty propane tank, you gotta let everyone know. So
Well, I'm happy to hear it was an accident. We've had some crazy people on this tour, so at first I thought you were gonna be like, I hate her, so I wanted to
Oh,
kill her
no.
family, and I
Yeah.
tripwired the thing, but that was a better...
This was long before that.
Amazing. Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. All right. Thank you for
And then I
sharing
did it a
that.
year later on purpose.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much. Bye.
Wow.
If I want eggs, I know who not to ask. Yeah. I saw the flame thingy. My gut told me. Let's do it. Fuck it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, this is a quick, short, and sweet one. Fun. I ran my brother over with a car on accident.
Wow.
Do you want to find out more?
I don't know how much more we can get out of that, but you can, if you feel.
I already threw the card, Nick.
There you go. Read the next one.
I cut my sister's finger off.
See, that's worth asking more questions about.
Correct.
Where are you?
Right here, she says. I think.
OMG, someone's coming to you.
Hey.
We need Jeopardy music for when people
Is your
are
sister
done.
here? I'll give her a high 4.
Hi.
Hey! Is your 9-fingered sister here?
No.
That's okay.
What's your name?
My name is Molly.
Nice to meet you. How did you cut her finger off?
It wasn't like her whole finger, but
Like to what joint? What knuckle are we talking? Like how many fingers does she have? Like 4?
she has 5. She has 5.
Okay, I know, but okay, so
It's a
4.
pretty good chunk though.
4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 1/3, 4 3/3, 3/4.
Chris, enough with the math. You're stressing yourself out.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, we were like home alone, and she loves peanut butter, and she kept telling me to put peanut butter on my toast, and I fucking hate peanut butter.
Okay. So you stabbed her.
No, but
So you're holding a knife and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not putting peanut butter on it. And you get
she just kept telling me to put peanut butter on my toast, and I was like, no. And I just got mad, so I like sliced a little bit of her finger off.
Alright.
Oh my god! I know the story. I'm sitting here thinking, how does I end up with the?
I feel like you were really thinking of how to not portray as a finger slicer, and I think that's the issue.
She's like, how can I say I just fucking lobbed that sucker off, but being as nice and kind as possible? No, that was good.
No, I love my sister. She's great.
Peanut butter. I'm
Shout out
peanut
her.
butter. Did she forgive you like quickly?
Well, I was tell my mom's, and but she did it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she probably needed medical help. Don't tell anyone you're bleeding everywhere, but.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you guys.
Love you. Wow. That's sad. Anytime like fingers or pinkies or like toes, like something happens to them, it makes me extra sad because they're just like, I feel like they're like one of the cutest parts of the human body. So it's just like a little, it's sad.
I think that's like a good warning though, like, because there's 19 more.
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine
next
you
time you
fuck
want
with
peanut
me.
butter toast.
You fuck with me, bam, one
Yeah.
finger,
Gone.
keep doing it. You'll end up.
Damn. That was crazy.
Damn.
Okay, go ahead, Chris or me?
All right, I hate peanut butter.
I
Okay.
fucking hate peanut butter. I loved it. Okay.
Did he
I'm
just
gonna-
not ask if I was gonna go?
Well,
He did.
you're taking ages, so I
I
was
was
gonna
thinking,
go ahead.
alright. Last year in math, I was sitting next to my friend and I was complaining because I hate math. And she says, in quotes, I swear if I have to do another hour of math, oh, I actually can't read this.
What?
Really?
Oh. She's gonna do something that nobody should do. And then the teacher heard and she got expelled.
Oh my god! I'm reading
I
the
don't
next
even know why that's on a card. Go ahead, Nick.
When my uncle died, we did a balloon release in his honor at his memorial service.
Aw.
My mom was hosting it and she decided on white balloons. We ended up all laughing our asses off because they looked like floating sperms in the sky.
I thought you were gonna make like a wedding joke. I feel like white is like not the color for like memorial service.
Yeah, but that's
But hey, that's
peaceful.
like that's nice. Have you seen those crazy videos of like the people at like wakes or funerals and they have the dove and they throw it and it gets killed? That's really
Crazy.
sad. It's bad vibes. Okay.
Yeah, for
Next
sure,
one.
bad vibes.
I was a Dairy Queen worker as my first job and grill chill and cashier.
Oh, maybe Grill
Oh,
Chill.
Grill Chill, is that the title of like a Dairy Queener?
Must be.
I was working the grill one day, and the fry basket branded my arm, so I'm going to have a Dairy Queen on me for the rest of my life. Whoa. It's a Dairy Queen shaped fryer? That's my takeaway.
Wait, no.
Yes, just a Dairy Queen logo brand.
I think it's just like the like.
No, it sounds like it's like.
I think it's the squares of a fryer, but it just reminds her of being a Dairy Queener.
I like that we turned
Dairy
it into this.
Queen.
You wanna find them and ask?
Yeah, I have one quick question. Where are you? Hey, it's the Dairy Queener. Okay.
Oh, yes.
They're really close over there. I hope you're not making any blizzards with peanut butter. You guys are near each other.
Watch
Like
your
lose a
fingers.
finger.
What's your name?
I'm Kenya.
Nice to meet you.
Meet you.
Okay, my one big question. Is your branding on your body, is
Yes,
it like a line?
it's on my arm. It looks like the pi symbol from math. It's horrible. I hate
Oh
math.
my god.
Yes, it's on my arm forever.
So it doesn't look like the Dairy Queen logo, like
Oh,
it was
thank God.
expected.
No.
Okay.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Wait,
No,
so
it would not.
I have another question actually, unrelated to the
Yeah,
whole
for sure.
thing. Did you ever like work at somewhere else and then you go to do the Blizzard thing? Or like, have you ever done the Blizzard thing and it just like, boop, like plops
Oh,
out?
that happened because my chill workers doubled the cup because the cup was like
Oh.
cracked. I had no idea. I was working cashier that day.
Got it.
I flip it in front of the drive-through and it just falls down.
Blizzard
and
wow.
me and the customer just like look down for a second and we just like don't
You're
know
like,
what to say.
wait, so what does that mean for the customer? Isn't it like a free Blizzard?
Yeah, if the
All
You're
Dairy
good.
Queen worker doesn't like flip the blizzard, you get a free blizzard.
Oh,
Life hack.
wow.
Love
Wow.
that. That's honestly one of my favorite parts.
That's my dream is to like do the Blizzard thing and like
Well,
catch
if
them.
it makes you feel better, we're big Dairy Queen fans. So look at your scar and be like, the triplets love Dairy Queen. There you
a
go.
good one then.
Dream comes
Thank
true.
you.
All right.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Thank you for
Love you
sharing.
guys.
Love you. That's a fun story. I love Dairy Queen. All right, now I'm just thinking of ice cream. I'm like,
What's your go-to Blizzard, Nick?
birthday cake.
Mm.
Okay. At the end of last year, my best friend had a boyfriend, and he was mean to her. So I texted him and said, "If you are mean to her again, I'll punch a hole through your stomach like a donut." It's a unique threat. I love that. The next day, I got called to the principal's office, and I never told my parents.
parents. That's a silly one.
Wait, Nick, we'll write that down. Punch a hole through the
No,
stomach
it's gotta
of
be
the
unique
donut.
to me. I appreciate that one.
That's
I'm
a
not
good
gonna steal it. I can't rob another joke. You can love
Yeah.
that though.
Alright. My grandpa was riding his dirt bike and slipped and fell off a 30-foot cliff. He's good now, though. 30-foot? Nick, did you hear that?
No, I was reading.
Grandpa, dirt bike, 30-foot cliff, all good.
What?
Yeah. What? But he's good, though. He's good.
I feel like at one point when you're like a baby and you're like you run into a wall and it doesn't hurt you like a baby, you kind of like circle back to that as an elderly person. Or like you get something.
Strongly disagree.
Very bad take, Nick. Okay, I'll read the next one.
Nick, if you're an elderly person,
You're
like-
falling off a 30-foot cliff. I'm surprised he's all good.
Dude, a fall from the kitchen counter to the floor would like take you out.
Dude, when I was little, I used to see so many Life Alert commercials that I used to think like, oh my god, I need to get on this before I'm too old. Like I gotta get it now because I'm getting worried for myself. I was like 9. I'm like, you need to stop worrying about Life Alert. You're 10.
Yeah.
Chill. Watch TV. My god.
I need something like roulette alert or something when you're gambling too
Stop
much.
it. I'm not a bad kid. Yeah. Okay. I used to purposely make my friends look bad and make up terrible stories to their significant others because I found joy in couples breaking up. That's crazy. They said, I haven't done this in a year and I'm very happy for all of my friends in relationships. Are you sure about that? That's crazy.
Yikes. Alright, I'll read another one. My dog got attacked by another dog. When she was getting better, she got ran over twice at a parade. She's good now though, just really fat.
Oh, before you can't move as much. She's like, damn it.
Dude, 2 times at a parade, who's holding the leash?
I know.
Seems like a rain problem. It rains. Isn't that horses?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What, I just fully jumped from dog to horse in like a
All right, Chris, do you want to read another confession, or
I think we're at the time where we
speed
run
these.
these.
I'll
Okay, go,
speed
go,
run
go.
these 4 and then we can do the stories.
story time? Let's go.
I had 3 boyfriends in my early 20s and now one is my fiance.
Fire.
I'm sitting next to my best friend of 3 years and I have a crush on her, but she thinks I'm a girlfriend.
Wait. From the ages of like 6 to 9, my mom fully convinced me my aunt was my real mom as a joke.
Damn! My mom shut the car door on my head when I was 3 by accident. Shut the car door on her head.
She's fine. She has a confession.
I kind of get the trunk though. Door is crazy, but I could get
Read the rest of it, Chris.
The emergency room was out of staples. What?
What?
The emergency room was out of staples to staple her head.
What? You can't run out of those. It's an emergency room. Just go to an Office Max, dude.
That's like going to Dairy Queen having no blizzards.
I know. What the hell?
So I had to get it glued together, dude. You can't. That's not a
fucked up.
substitute. I feel like if you can't get
It's a lot of
staples,
glue, dude.
if you can't get staples, you gotta go to stitches. How do you go
Of
to
course.
staples to glue?
No, I don't know. That's crazy.
I have a permanent flat spot on the back of my head.
Aw.
How did I just hit you with that?
I don't know. A couple years ago, I begged my parents for a bunny. Soon after I convinced them to get the bunny, what does it say? She hated the bunny and would stop feeding it and taking care of it, hoping it would die.
Alright, that's enough. Oh my goodness. Easter was like a week ago. It's like getting close to home. Alright, guys, it's time for our Storytime Roulette segment.
Good anonymous confession segment. You guys had some good ones. That was
Yeah.
fun. I was expecting more like gambling and
All right.
responsibility, but
Because
it was really good.
this is the 14th show, so we only have 2 more. Instead of just revealing the story time number, I kind of want to do a little different today and let you guys bet on it because we're in Vegas. You know what I mean? So basically, how it's gonna work is we usually spin the wheel, and whatever number it lands on, we read the story time that's inside of the same folder. So before we spin the wheel today, I want you guys to guess between our last 2 numbers whether you think it's 4 or 10. Okay? So wait.